Hey, what is up everybody? Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about, of course, the P3 upcoming collab eventually here, as well as the option of the new roguelike game mode, which possibly is Tartarus. So if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like and that subscribe button. Really helps me out in the long run. And before we really wanted to get into anything in the video, I need to at least show you guys this because y'all have been helping me out quite a lot. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. This community has been just as freaking amazing as it possibly can be. So I'm just gonna, of course, explain to it with you guys, of course. Now, you guys should see on my screen at least the channel overview, stuff like that. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, do so. But thank you guys. I just posted this video about 2 hours ago and y'all have been going ballistic on it and actually been enjoying it. And the same can be said with a lot of my videos, right? A lot of my videos have been absolutely going amazing for you all. And I can't be more thankful than this. Okay, if I just check the content I've been putting out here, even on the low days, right? Even on low days, we've had a ton of just amazing videos, stuff like that. And y'all have been absolutely amazing, sharing the channel around, showing support. And I am very much so thankful about that. I may be a small creator. I don't make much on YouTube and I don't do this for money either way. Anyways, I like to teach you guys and y'all love to freaking hear from me, which is great because most communities I'm in, I don't get this type of feedback, and so it's very interesting that I get it from this community a lot, and I'm thankful for it. So once again, you guys, thank y'all for all the help. Thank y'all for at least supporting my content, and yeah, we're gonna get straight into the video. Thanks. But all right, so going over the concept of P3 and also the new roguelike game mode of Tartarus. Now, some of you guys are probably like, where did this come from? How you know this? What's happening like this? How do you know a new collab's coming? Well, a while ago, especially when the game restarted, or at least the game started up here, the dev notes told us that it was going to be a line of Persona series that were going to be going in the order from P5 to P5R, P3R, and then P4G. Later on, they did state, of course, that they wanted to do more, at least collabs outside, of course, Persona's IP, as well as other Persona series as well. So they wanted to bring more of this into the game. Well, we've already seen that we have P5, which was Joker and the gang, who are already inside the game here. And then, of course, we are recently getting to P5R side of things, which we have Kazumi, which was recently released, eventually coming down to, of course, Akechi later down the line. Now, we don't know, of course, if it's going to be Akechi with Loki, but we do know, of course, Akechi with Robin Hood is going to be in the game, so surely do keep that in mind. But one of the good things about this is in the latest dev notes, of course, they did mention that the upcoming series should be dropping fairly soon. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this here. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually swap my screen back on over. You should see the P5X news and info little tab here. Now, this here is where they posted a lot of stuff, or at least the P5 info little page. They post a lot of things as well here. But one of the things that they posted was the dev notes. Now, inside of this little dev note or developer column kind of area here, they were explaining different things that a lot of people were working on, different things that they were working on here, and changes. Well, one of the things here at the very bottom was in the other section, and it says, in addition to above content, we will also carefully prepare for the anniversary celebrations and new Persona series collab content for the captains. Okay, so for us here. Now, the reason why they're saying Persona series collab is because, of course, we have P5R. The only characters that we have confirmed for P5R is just Akechi and Sumire, or Kazumi here. And Kazumi, he brought her persona, and then of course Akechi is going to be bringing Robin Hood. We've seen these already teased and stuff like that, so we know those two are coming. Now, we don't know if anyone else is getting added, and by the sounds of it, it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be added or any other variants is going to be added. So this is pretty interesting here, because then if we keep this in mind here, we have a few banners that are going to be in between that most likely will be in between that area before the anniversary. Akechi most likely is going to be dropping before the anniversary, so he's not going to be the anniversary character. But as we see, they say new Persona series collab. Now, once again, they stated, of course, that P3R was the next one in line. So if we go ahead and take that with how we have it here, P3R is going to be next, especially around that time, either on anniversary or a little bit after anniversary, which is going to be absolutely amazing. At that point in time, it's the first year of this game here, and if they decided to go ahead and release P3R at that point in time, not only is it a huge IP, of course, that they've had and remade here and everyone loves it, but then they have a reasoning to immediately introduce the new little, or at least the main character, being Makoto Yuki. All right, if we go ahead and actually had Makoto Yuki in the game for at least the anniversary, lots of people will flood in. Of course, if they decide to announce global during that time as well, people will flood in on both different items here, or at least both different ideas, and this would be absolutely amazing. Now, this is something that they've already confirmed that they're working on the new collab, which is great. The question is, will they release it on the anniversary time? If they do, it's going to be interesting because no matter what, first thing we can probably see is either Makoto Yuki being a playable character or one of the other cast being a playable character. Seeing that, of course, we have Joker in the game for P5, of course, it only would make sense that they're probably going to add the other, of course, main character, and this would drive them around a ton of sales, especially if you're looking at it from a selling standpoint. Joker himself, even though he is the first banner unit on the game, everyone loved it because, of course, he is P5's actual main character here. Why not have the main character still be a star, even though he isn't, of course, the protagonist in this type of deal, being Wonder being our protagonist? He still was a huge driving point for people to play the game and also decide to spend on the game a little bit. So if they decide to add in Makoto Yuki around that time, especially for an anniversary deal where everyone's excited, a bunch of anniversary packs are happening, it would be great, especially as a financial move for them to actually do so. This is something that is going to be amazing, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. So one of the things as well that they ended up going over, if we can go ahead and take a look back at least the page here, was they stated that they were going to be working on a new roguelike game mode. Now, roguelike game mode here, this was something that was talked about a while ago here, in which they've been saying like, okay, we're going to polish up chapters, we're going to do all this stuff here. But the main deal that caught my eye, it was the roguelike side deal. This was something that I've been waiting on because they hinted at it, but they never ever really described what was going to go down here. I'm trying to find exactly where is it, where they actually stated it again here, but it was probably in the other one in the Discord server, in which if it was, I'll go ahead and pull that up as well. But during that time, of course, roguelike game modes have not been a huge deal. Like, we didn't see anything new. I think our only one that can kind of be so-called described as a roguelike is kind of Heart Rail, but they're trying to go on something other than Heart Rail here. So let me actually pull this up in my Discord because I see that it's not actually on their page here. So I want to make sure I can have this for you guys to read as well. And this roguelike game mode is fairly interesting because the thing is, we don't know anything about it, but it is said to release at the anniversary time, or at least be on schedule to release during that time. So let's go ahead and take a look here, put it in the patch notes, boom. And this was in the Q&A here, where a lot of people were asking different questions here, as well as other things like that type of nature. So on the main thing that we were looking at was question 4. You mentioned a roguelike game mode in the past, Dev Column. Any news on that? Now, this said, yes, the game mode will be out in a future collab version. Now, future collab version is that key wording, okay? Future collab version is the key word in here because it's not a couple months, or at least it doesn't say an actual time frame. It doesn't say maybe later in the future. It just straight up says the future collab version. Well, if you're going ahead and taking that with what we already know here, the future collab version most likely I'm not even gonna say most likely, will be P3R. At this point in time, what's in P3R that is most likely a thing that can be turned into a roguelike campaign or a roguelike type game mode? The only thing that you can possibly really think of is Tartarus. The reason why I'm saying this is because Tartarus has several floors, has a multitude of floors. I think it's like 240 something type floors here, in which with those floors in mind, if it's going to be a roguelike game mode, it's going to slowly crank up. Okay, we're going to start at floor 1. It's going to be very easy, and it's going to slowly crank up in difficulty. With this in mind, of course, there's going to be a tons of things that you're going to need with your teams. There's going to be a ton of things that can probably give you prizes, and I'm pretty sure every floor is going to differentiate, especially on prizes. Now, I don't know if these are going to be resetting anything like that. I would like them to be resettable and stuff like that. Like maybe they update the shadows and stuff after a long period of time, right? Let's say there's 245 floors, right? But all the shadows, let's say you can beat them, right? It's doable to beat them in about 2 months, right? After that 2-month period, they reset the whole tower. You're back at floor 1, and then you have a bunch of different mobs to go against. This would be a great thing to do as a roguelike game mode, and each time with the different mobs and different gimmicks, it will get harder and harder, especially as you go up the floors and stuff like that. That would be perfect. If you end up losing, you gotta restart. If you end up winning, of course, you keep on climbing till you, of course, you beat the whole thing. If you lose, it shows your personal best. You don't get the prizes once again, of course, or at least the one-time prizes. You don't get those guys, but of course you can get some minuscule things while going back up. I feel like this would be a great mode and a great potential area that with P3 coming immediately to P5X, not only is it a great selling point, but it would be amazing to actually have inside of the game to really propel some of those people or just anyone in general to really try hard or just have some fun going up a tower and using their team. But alas, this is up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be Tartarus? Do you think it's going to be P3R? With all the information that we do have, of course, it should be P3R, but we can only speculate for now. But you guys let me know down below in the comment section. Once again, thank you all for all the support, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.